Hello and welcome to a time special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. It's not often that a country looks up to an industrialist for life lessons, but Ratan Tata was not just an industrialist. He was one such individual whose humility and ability to rise from failures inspired more than one generation. How Ratan Tata surprised the author in a real-life encounter, and how Thiruvalluvar's thoughts coincidentally exemplified the values upheld by the tycoon.
After Dr. Abdul Kalam's passing, it is the death of Mr. Ratan Tata that has stirred the nation, evoking emotions, fond memories, and profound reverence. Just 2 days after his demise, as I journeyed through a small city, I was struck by the sight of a giant hoarding displaying Tata's ever-smiling face. They mourned not just the loss of a business tycoon, but a man whose humility and benevolence touched lives far and wide, from the wealthiest enclaves to the smallest streets of India. Much has been written and spoken about Ratan Tata's humility, courtesy and gentleness. I was a witness myself. During the mid-90s, I often travelled to my bank's branch at Mumbai. During one such occasion, I saw Mr. Ratan Tata standing in the long queue before a teller. I ran to the branch manager to report the visit of the VIP and asked her to usher Mr. Tata to a priority customer lounge. The branch manager told me that Mr. Tata would deny any special treatment meted out to him and he would stand in the queue anyways. I went speechless, having witnessed so many other customers preferring special treatment at all times. All of us have wondered how money and power always made people to plunge in vanity. Even a minute's delay would be too galling for them to tolerate. How can the world survive if we keep such important people stand in queues that are meant for lesser mortals like us? Amid such self-assuming people, Ratan Tata stood out. I saw that he progressed through the queue, exchanged pleasantries with other customers and the teller, and left after his transaction was completed. Ratan Tata's life was filled with moments where he prioritized what truly mattered. During February 2018, Prince Charles wished to honor Tata with a Lifetime Achievement Award for Philanthropy at Buckingham Palace. Tata initially accepted the invitation but later informed Prince Charles that he would not attend. One of his beloved dogs, it was either Tango or Tito, was gravely ill and Tata chose to stay back. His priorities were very clear and he was unapologetic about them. He was a beacon of inspiration for India's startup ecosystem, encouraging countless entrepreneurs to dream big, to take risks. Much of the thriving startup culture today owes its roots to his guidance and support. And there is one more to the story. Lessons not only in humility, but in how to rise above challenges, even in the face of humiliation. In 1999, Tata Motors' passenger vehicle division, particularly the Tata Indica, was performing poorly, leading the company to consider selling it to Ford Motors. Ratan Tata, along with the senior leadership team, travelled to Detroit to negotiate the deal. However, the meeting took a sour turn when Ford executives reportedly scorned Tata's foray into the passenger car business, suggesting that their group had no expertise in the field at all. The team returned to India without the deal. Yet, from that moment, Tata Motors rose like a phoenix. A decade later, in a stunning turn of events, Tata's acquired Ford's Jaguar Land Rover for $2.3 billion. Ford's chairman, Bill Ford, acknowledged this as a significant deal for JLR. Humiliations, like demons, often burrow into our souls, gnawing at our confidence. The only true way to banish them is through growth, rising above the circumstances and the people who once caused the hurt. But in doing so, one must rise with grace, so that even those who wronged us may benefit from our success. I have always imagined that Valluvar's best lines have come through a dialogue between him and his disciples. I pictured a scene at his Gurukulam. A disciple asked, "Master, how should we conduct ourselves when we stand tall before others? And how when we are small before them?" And Valluvar replied, "When life graces you with wealth, power and fame, remain humble and simple. Avoid pomp and vanity. Do not indulge in ugly display of wealth. But when life humbles you with failure, stand tall with dignity. Perukaththu Vendum Panidhal, Siriya Surukaththu Vendum Uyarvu. Cultivate modesty in the days of prosperity, but in the day of decline, hold fast to thy dignity." I was looking out of my window and observed that nature too gives us the same lesson. Trees laden with fruits have their branches bent towards the ground, and the ones without fruits have branches raising and pointing to the sky. Sir Tata's life exemplified this.